guys, the Benidorm Enthusiast here with Benidorm Stuff YouTube channel. I'm here at Parque de Elche today. I'm going to be taking you for a walk through the park down onto the main Poniente beachfront, telling you a little bit about the area on the way and also updating you on the current situation here and the major recent news announcement. So Parque de Elche is Benidorm's oldest park, created way back in the 1950s, even before the tourist boom happened. There's been lots of updates and refurbishments over the years, and it's really grown to become Benidorm's most loved park. It's located right on the edge of the old town, in between the port of Benidorm and the main Poniente promenade. It's an urban area filled with palm trees, which is where it gets its name from, reminding many of the massive palm tree grove in the city of Elche. There's a reproduction of the Dama of Elche, or the Lady of Elche, sitting here at the entrance, keeping an eye on things. The original piece, a limestone bust discovered in 1897, 2 kilometers south of Elche, is now exhibited in the Archaeological Museum in Madrid. The park's also known as Dove Park. As you can see, its most regular visitors are these beautiful birds that love to come and linger here around the fountain. I'm not sure if they're doves or pigeons, to be honest, or what the difference is between the two. Maybe you can tell me, but Dove Park definitely sounds more romantic than Pigeon Park. It's a really popular spot with both tourists and locals, being a great place to bring the kids for some playtime or just to take a nice leisurely stroll and enjoy the beautiful Poniente views, which is exactly what we're going to do right now. Okay, so what's been happening in the news then? Well, the first thing I want to mention is the relaxation of restrictions on flying from the UK into Spain. Since December, there has been a strict ban on people entering Spain from the UK. Only Spanish nationals or legal residents of Spain were allowed to enter. This has been relaxed slightly now, although it is still very much limited to essential travel. There are some other accepted reasons non-resident Brits can enter Spain. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the specific reasons, as it doesn't make much difference to you guys waiting and wanting to come here on holiday. Yes, before you bombard me with messages, I'm fully aware you can't leave the UK for a holiday yet, and you risk a £5,000 fine if you do. But this slight relaxation in border control has opened the doors for those who have been stuck in the UK waiting to return to Spain to care for a family member, for example. Are you guys going to get here for a summer holiday? That's the question on everybody's lips. Well, I'm still hopeful we will see some British tourists here over summer, despite all the negative speculation in the media right now. I prefer to wait for the official government announcements before I rule anything out. At the moment, the earliest possible date for international travel from the UK is still May 17th. Nothing has changed that. We're all eagerly and anxiously awaiting Boris and Co.'s announcement regarding this in the next week or so to see where we stand with this. And I'm sure you guys are too. Of course, it depends very much on how the situation here in Spain develops. This next month is absolutely crucial to us. The next 2 weeks even are going to be a big contributing factor. We need to make it through the Easter period and see where we stand coming out of the other side. In our region, we have the lowest numbers in the whole of Spain right now. The infection rate is stable, hovering between 28 and 30 per 100,000. In other parts of Spain, numbers have increased slightly. It's nothing like the increases that are being seen in other parts of Europe, but it is still worrying. We will see tourists here in Benidorm over Easter, no doubt about that. There are some here already, not Brits of course. In fact, quite a few Brits that have been here as tourists for a long period are now leaving after their 90 days is up. But tourists can fly in from other parts of Europe with a negative test result and are doing so to enjoy our amazing weather and take advantage of the fact that we do have bars and restaurants open here. Restrictions are not set to be eased here until after Easter at the earliest, such as the curfew or the 6 p.m. bar closure. But just the thought of being able to sit out in the sun and enjoy a drink or a bite to eat is a big attraction for people from places where hospitality has been closed for months. Another big change has been to the requirements for driving into Spain from France now. A negative test is also needed to enter by road where it was previously uncontrolled. Could be a little late if you ask me, but you have to wait and see. There will be people coming to enjoy Benidorm from other parts of the Valencia region, which is absolutely fine, but I'm sure there will also be some that come from other parts of Spain, which isn't allowed right now. The borders between Spanish regions are still closed. Nobody should be crossing them without a valid reason. There has been quite an uproar regarding this. Many angry that double standards are being applied, allowing tourists from other parts of Europe, while Spain's own citizens are confined to their regions. I can understand it, although it doesn't seem fair. It would be impossible to control movement by road throughout Spain. With the COVID tests like they're doing at the airports, just impossible. I'm sure some will risk travelling across regions. In fact, Real Madrid footballer Marcelo was uploading photos of himself and his family at the beach in Valencia just a few days ago. He will be fined for his journey, but his pocket changed to him. What a great example he's setting. So it's a pretty worrying time really. The vaccine rollout is still pretty slow here, although it has picked up a little speed. Around 10% of the population of Spain have received the first dose now. April is the month they have all been talking about since winter has been the time when the mass vaccination programme will really step up. They do seem to have the organisation to administer the vaccines in place ready, but it all still depends on the arrival of the vaccines that have been promised. Pfizer have committed to delivering triple the amount in April than previous months, but AstraZeneca are still failing and falling short with their orders. The Janssen vaccine will be added to the programme during the second half of April, which will be another big boost to the campaign, being a one-dose vaccine. Taking all this into account, it is being widely reported that we are on track to fulfil the target of getting 70% of the population vaccinated in summer. I think that by the end of April we will all have a much better idea of whether or not we are going to rescue something from the summer season. But like I've said in previous videos, predicting months in advance is just impossible. There are so many factors that can influence the situation. So we just have to sit tight and wait a little longer. I know it feels like life is just one big waiting game at the moment, but try and stay positive. Focus on the good, appreciate what you have, and anything else is a bonus. I've got all this to be grateful for, this amazing weather, and you've got all this to look forward to in the future, so let that be a factor that keeps you going. Thanks for watching guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future updates, and please click on that share button, it really helps us out. Leave us a comment. What's the difference between a dove and a pigeon? Can anyone tell me? Also, check us out and give us a follow on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at the Benidorm Enthusiast. Stay positive and stay safe.